In terms of again, I write. Farscape takes place in another galaxy. Alienation was aliens have come and become the new immigrants to Earth. I've written a lot of genre and science fiction. A lot of I did a pilot a few years back that involved, was kind of like Silence of the Lambs, so it's kind of a serial killer thing, which I'd like to say don't have a lot of personal experience with. But in terms of just finding my way into those worlds, obviously, God bless the internet, because it's just an amazing resource. You can pretty much Google anything. It's amazing because I get really frustrated now if I Google something and it doesn't come up with something, because you're so used to being able to put in 7 words or 3 words or whatever, and having it come up with leading you to pretty much any data that you need. In terms of entering a world like an alien world or a serial killer world, the more real it can be to you, the better off you are. And so you don't have to move that far away from yourself in terms of, again, taking Silence of the Lambs as an example. The thing that's spooky about that is how commonplace so many of the people in that are. Even Hannibal Lecter, who's really strange, there's a gentlemanly quality to him, and you understand him. And so once as a writer, once you hook into the kind of person he is, you really can kind of now put yourself in that place and kind of create the reality for that person. So again, it's a matter of not being daunted. It's just trying to put yourself. Never hesitate to take 30 seconds too, and just before you're going to write a scene, before you're going to create a character, and just close your eyes and let your mind kind of wander over who that person is and what the realities for that person would be, what it would be like to be that person, and kind of where he would go and all of that. Something as simple as 30 seconds will give you, a really kind of an insight into that person. If it doesn't, give it another 30 seconds. But I've never been daunted by any of the characters of the worlds that I want to explore, especially in the earliest stages. So often, because it's so easy to get bogged down in, I don't know that world, I don't know that, I don't know, what would this person be thinking? And just let it come out and let it be as free-flowing and fun as you can let it be, and then you can always go back and kind of research and all that. The novelist Stephen King it talks about, he's really big on that, and he'll go through and write an entire book, and then he'll go back and he did a book From a Buick 8, I think it's called, a novel 10 years ago or something, that dealt with a police department in upstate Michigan or someplace. People are screaming, going, I know what it is, and he's wrong. But anyway, about a small town police force. And he wrote the entire book, and then he went for a ride along with the police department in a town like that, and got like little details that he could pepper in throughout. But he wanted the story he wanted to tell, he wanted to get that down first. He didn't want to be so steeped in data of what really goes on that it hamstrung him. And I find very much I do the same sort of thing. I mean, I want to be able to kind of tell the tale, and then I'll go back and kind of figure out what the minutiae is, the little details.